It's that moment of waiting for people to show up. And here we are. We're live. And tonight we are going to be working on bag 7 of Lego Ninjago City, which happens to be the first bag from level 2 of Ninjago City. And opening it up here, I really don't even need the whole city here in front of me because I'm working on this independent structure, which happens to have a minifinger. Of course, Clarkman is now in bed, so I will save that for him to build on his own. And if you're one of the people that are here right now, it's now your job to tell all the people that show up here in the next hour or so as we're building this, it's your job to tell them exactly where Clarkman is. So he's in bed, let's just make that clear. And I'm gonna start building. Should be a pretty relaxing build here with not a lot of interruptions, and I think it's gonna be really nice to finally get on to level 2 of this. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, doing a little later tonight. I decided that I wanted to spend some time with the family tonight, so we did that, and then I waited for everybody to go to bed, and now it's time to build. And I think this schedule might actually work a lot better for me, at least. But it all depends. Just depends on the night. I don't really have any set schedule. That's why I don't schedule these streams at all. I like being a little spontaneous. Why so late? That's the reason. I think it's funny when, if you do something enough times in a row at a certain time, it becomes an expectation. Like today's video that I put out, I never actually said what time I put videos out. I usually say I like to do them around 3 o'clock. But today, the video went out like 12 minutes late, and someone was like, why wasn't the video out at 3 o'clock? It's like, dude, working on it. It takes a little bit of time to make these things. I wish I was faster at it, but just not the case. But we're going to do some building. It looks like it's going to be a good one here. I'm building a, looks like a restaurant, which should be really cool. I'm excited about this one. We were worried. You know you're probably streaming too much when people get worried because you're not streaming. I did put a video out on Greg's World. I got that edited up, so if you guys want to check that out, that's a good one. Go over there and give it a like. Appreciate it. I'm going to try to build this here tonight without messing anything up. That's my goal. Of course, that's always my goal. It doesn't always work out that way. Yeah, it says worried. He just took a short break. And literally my break was like 3 hours. Actually, not even that long. I usually stream about 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. It's 9:30. So that's what happens when you take a 3-hour break, I guess. People start getting worried about you. I could see if I didn't stream for like a week, if I didn't make any videos for like a week, I would probably get worried about that because you guys know me better than that. But if you don't see me for a couple hours, I'm still here. But I do appreciate the concern. It's nice to know that there's somebody out there that wants to watch our content enough that they're concerned if we're not making it. I'm making this structure right now here. I just saw the question, where's Clarkman? So you guys know your job. Am I even doing this right? I think I am. Maybe I should do it like this first. And perfect. This is interesting. I've never really built with anything like this before. Radio show tonight, maybe. I actually, I may do an experimental radio show tonight. I have tried some new things in OBS that I think is going to make the radio show a lot better. So I'm excited to try that out. So if at the very least, I'm going to do a radio show tonight that's a test, just for a little bit of time, just to see how it pans out, the thing that I'm trying. But when I say just a little bit of time, it'll probably turn into a 2-hour radio show. We will see. What am I building right now? If you had to guess, just based on the title, what would you guess that I'm building? Just throw it out there. That's funny. But specifically, if you are wondering what I'm building out in Ninjago City, I'm building a restaurant. It's bag 7. It's the first step on level 2 of Ninjago City, which we built the first layer, and now we're working on the second layer. It might be Ninjago City. The title is too vague. Yeah. I'll retitle this. I am building the restaurant from level 2 of Ninjago City. But from looking at it, obviously I haven't built it yet, but from looking at it, it looks like it's going to be a pretty sweet build, so I'm excited about it. I see people are having a good time self-promoting in the chat. If I don't reply to your comment, I probably saw it, but I'm not going to say anything in the chat about it, so just one time is usually good enough. Is there any way we could get a step-by-step tutorial on the UCS Brickatech logo? Yeah, I'll probably do that eventually. It'd be a pretty easy video for me to make. What I might end up doing, and it might be a while from now, when we hit the 20,000 subscribers, I plan to give one of the way, either that one or another one. So I'm going to get enough parts to build a second one, and I will take you through that step-by-step on how to build it. Again, I didn't really want to make the video that I made a tutorial because that was the first time I ever built it. So I can't really tell you this is what you do, because you even saw in that video I made a couple errors myself. So I didn't want to be like, hey, first do this, next step do this, and then be like, oh, wait, don't do that, because that's not how you do it. This one was just for me to experiment with, and luckily it turned out. I ordered all the parts that I needed, and I didn't mess it up at all. It's really not an easy thing to do when you're picturing something in your mind that you've never built before, and you're trying to figure out exactly what parts you're going to need for it without actually seeing it in front of you. But luckily, I got everything. That was my biggest concern, considering I was making that video that day. No matter what happened, if I would have failed at it, that's what the video was going to be. It was me failing to make what I envisioned. The sponsor of the day is... Actually, I'll let anybody sponsor this that wants to explain to people that are asking questions where Clarkman is. That's my new sponsor. My sponsor is all the people that are answering the question, where's Clarkman? Thank you for sponsoring the channel. But speaking of Clark, in future streams, and I mentioned this in the last stream, he's probably only going to be in about 10% of the streams in the future. Because it's just... I can't really converse with you guys as I'm building. So that's what makes this time really special. What I plan to do, if I'm streaming while he's awake, I'm going to build most of it by myself. And then I'll bring him down for like the last 10% of it just so he can play around with it and do his crazy stuff. But it's just way too distracting for me to try to make sure I have all the pieces here that are getting moved around, make sure I'm building this properly, look at the instructions, and chat with you guys at the same time. It's just way too much. So if you want your dose of Clarkman, the place to do that is for sure the Brickatech channel. You get that happens every day, but the live streams are definitely something different from that, and that's why they're separate channels. I guess my goal ultimately is to get away from the question, where is Clark? Just assume that if he's not here, he's probably nearby or he's sleeping, and if he is here, that's when he's here. Mini Brick Productions, I saw your comment the first couple times. Thank you. And I'm sure I'll see the email as well when I check my email. Am I planning to build the Doctor Strange set? Yes, I'm planning to build every set in my backlog. When I'm planning to build it, no idea. Not quite sure. I don't really have a schedule set for anything, really. I just kind of do whatever I feel like on any given day. I don't really plan things out too far in advance. I know what I'm doing tomorrow, but that's about as far as it goes. And I guess I know what I'm doing on Friday, too, because it's mail time. But Saturday, I don't know. Maybe I'll build the Doctor Strange set that day. Maybe we'll build something else. We got more people that were worried about the late upload. Again, I don't really have a set schedule on these streams. I just happen to be doing it like after we do dinner, and it happened to be pretty much every day. Today I decided that I wanted to do a little bit later. I was going to wait until everyone was asleep so I could spend some time with the family. So I'm streaming a couple hours later You don't have to be worried about me. I'm still here. Everything's still okay. I just wanted to do something a little bit different. So, and again, that's why I don't schedule streams, because I don't really have a schedule. It just so happened to be that once you get into a routine, that sort of becomes a schedule, I suppose. Can I do late night radio shows in the summer? Yeah, definitely. I think that's probably one of the things that I'll be doing quite a bit. In fact, I kind of feel in terms of streaming, the late night radio shows, if you've never seen one of those, I've decided to keep them open. I was just going to do them as a live only thing and not archive them, but they actually turned out pretty good. There's a lot of great people in the chat there, so I left them up. So if you guys want to listen to one of those, it's a great thing to do if you're maybe busy doing something else. You can listen to it as a podcast, sort of, because there's no visual with it. So I'd recommend doing that, but summertime would be a great time to do that, because I'm not going to be able to dedicate the kind of time that I'm putting into this now in the summer, because I just have other things that I want to be doing when it's nice and warm and pleasant outside, which I'm sure you understand. Right now, it's not so much. I mean, it's getting a little warmer now that tomorrow's March, so it's getting a little bit better, but we're not quite there, so it's still a good time to be building Lego sets. I feel bad for you. It says, I listened to the whole thing just to find the Jang Bricks part. I have a suggestion for you guys. I don't know if this is something that is completely new to a lot of people, but has anyone ever read the description for a YouTube video? Literally in that video, I put in the description, the Jang Bricks part starts at whatever timestamp, and I wrote, I just saved you an hour of your life. You can thank me later, or something like that, just to be funny. And I just got a comment that someone listened to the whole thing to find that part. Huge recommendation for anybody. Make sure you read the description for YouTube videos, even this video. It's great to do that. You could save yourself a lot of trouble by doing that, and a lot of time. Yeah, most people I don't think do, because I've put recommendations into this chat before on how we can make it better, and some things that I really didn't want to be talking about, and some things that I do want to talk about. And I think probably 90% of people don't read it. Did I put this on wrong? Let's see here. Yeah, I think I did. All right, let's go back in time here. Got to do a slight move here. I just look at the title and the thumbnail and watch it and give it a like. That's my routine. I like that. I like your routine. Hey, as long as you give it a like, that's cool. But again, sometimes, especially if it's like a 2-hour video like that and you're looking for a specific part, I try to put little timestamps and things in there to kind of help out with that. I think I'm still doing something wrong here. What am I doing wrong? Let's see. We've got, oh, I see. I'm just completely off now. I should probably do more building instead of talking. You're glad you watched the whole thing. Yeah, I think it's probably worth your time. I think the one before that, the second episode of the late night radio show, is probably one of the more valuable ones that you could listen to, depending on how old you are. But I think it's worth a listen. All the things I just changed, I have to go back. And the second episode was the reason that I decided to start keeping them live, or keeping them up even after they were live. Archive them, I guess, is the word that I'm looking to use here. So go ahead and give them a listen if you have some time in your hands. Again, I'd recommend doing something else while you're doing it, like if you're playing video games, or if you're, I don't know, whatever you do in your free time. It's something as like it'd be good as a secondary thing. How's being bald? Well, it's cold. It's definitely very cold. My hair's growing back a little bit. I think I'm going to grow it back. I don't know. I haven't decided. I don't know if I really love it being bald. So we'll see. The good news is if I let it grow back, I can change my mind anytime and shave it again. Sitting by the entrance at Walmart watching you so it doesn't lag. Wow. Let me know if they have any epic Lego deals there. I like listening to them while I'm building sets. Yeah, that's fantastic too. That's probably what I would do. Like if I wasn't actually streaming, I would either be building a set or sorting or doing something because otherwise you're just kind of looking at the screen. But again, tonight I'm going to be making some changes to the late night radio show that may help with that a little bit. It all depends if it works or not. But it'll definitely help people after the fact. If you're watching it and it's not live. Like if you can't stay up that late or don't want to stay up that late, I think it's going to work a little bit better for you. I don't know why I keep putting that piece on there. I have no one to blame for me messing up the set at this point except for myself. So what do you guys want to chat about? I watch some movies while listening to the Late Show. How do you do that though? How do you watch a movie and listen to it at the same time? Like I wouldn't think that doing something that requires you to see and hear would be the best thing. But I guess if you're just watching the movie and not really listening to it, that would work. If you guys are just tuning in right now, I'm working on building a restaurant that's going to be the first part of level 2 of Ninjago City. Yeah, playing video games is something to do. I saw if someone says they play PS4 and listen. That definitely works. I think it'd be a great time to build sets. I'm on step 15. The steps pretty much started over again when I got to bag 7, so I'm on step 15. I'll show you guys if you're just tuning in. I see some people are just getting here. This is what I'm working on right here. This is the restaurant for Ninjago City. I don't know where that ties into the outside of this here. I'm thinking it's this right here. At least I recognize the minifig from that. So we're pretty much starting over again. The level 1 is over there on my desk. Level 2, at least this part, doesn't actually tie into level 1 yet. So I'm not sure if you build all of level 2 and then put it on top, which I'm thinking maybe that's what you do. What Thomas and Friends characters does Clark have? He has, well, he's going to have James here eventually if all goes well. Who knows? He's got Thomas. We're talking about Trackmaster trains. He's got Thomas. He's got Gordon. He's got Merlin. He's got Percy. He's got Arthur, who's an older one, which is a Tomy train. And that one's like really fast because it's a AA battery train, which is pretty sweet. And I think that's it for Trackmaster. He's got a bunch of little wooden ones too, which I can't even go into naming those because he has so many of them. But I think that's it. Oh, I like this. Every year, hundreds of minifigures fall out of envelopes that are on their way to Brickatech Live. For only 10 cents a day, you can prevent this from happening by providing them better packaging. Yeah, if anybody is thinking about sending mail, and I say this sometimes in the mail videos, but it's usually too late. If you're sending anything other than a piece of paper, put it in like a padded envelope, or just put tape all over the envelope that you're sending, because when they go through the sorting machine, they're not anticipating there being something that's thicker than a piece of paper in there, and they get shredded, and a lot of times they get stuff that, you know, people are like, hope you enjoy the 3 minifingers that I sent, and there might be one in there if we're lucky. So if you do send anything other than a letter, try to do that. Again, if you don't have a padded envelope, you could probably put a bunch of packing tape on the outside of it just to keep it from getting shredded up. We've got a lot of Thomas fans here. I like Thomas and Thomas trains as a kid, and I used to be in the TV show with Ringo Starr. I didn't even know that was a thing. I never watched Thomas as a kid, surprisingly. But Clark, man, is a huge fan. He's obsessed. I probably should make a channel about trains. Clark would go nuts on that one. I feel like right now I have so many channels that I can't even keep track of them, though. Lego Freak, thank you for the moderation. I appreciate that. Always on top of your game. There's 2 things you can always rely on Brickatech Live. I'm going to be building the Lego set, and Lego Freak's going to be handling the moderation. All right, so here's what we got so far. This is the beginning of the restaurant. You can see there's some stools out here. This is going to be where the actual restaurant is. And now I'm going to be working on, I guess, what is the grill. Model trains and Lego are my hobbies. Yeah, I see that a lot. I see a lot of crossover between those. So now we're going to be moving on to the grill. This looks like a cool element here. What do I think about Nerf guns? I think they're cool. Me and Clark will probably get into those eventually. He's a little too young to play with them at this point to figure out how to shoot them or to be able to shoot them to have the strength for that. So not really something that we do right now. But you can bet there's going to be a day where we get into it. Have you guys ever seen, speaking of guns, and we can say guns since we're not monetized here, have you guys seen some of the people that make realistic video game guns using Lego pieces? Like that one guy, I think his name is Zazie Nambies or something like that. Makes some incredible things, like just absolutely amazing stuff. Probably some of the most incredible creations that I've seen someone make. And he kind of like goes around, looks like a gym or something, and he kind of shows them off and whatnot. Will I be reviewing any types of other toys? I don't know. I guess it all depends what Clark's into. Right now, like the closest thing that we would get into to building other stuff would be, or to getting into playing with other stuff would be trains, because he's so into it. And we've done a lot of that on Greg's World. Yeah, it looks like you guys have heard of Zazie Nambies. I was subscribed. I think I might still be subscribed. But it's some crazy stuff that he's creating. Yeah, I do have a Lego gun. It's not actually Lego. It's actually a Chinese knockoff because Lego doesn't actually make guns. But it's pretty junky in terms of quality. Speaking of quality, these pieces right here are pretty nicked up. I don't know if the camera is going to pick this up or not, but these two half-cylinder pieces are pretty dinged up. Like at least like right down there, you can see some pretty decent scratches and whatnot. Not much you can do about that, I suppose. Am I subscribed to Brickitect with my Brickitect Live channel? No. I don't subscribe to myself. I'm the best player in the world at Fortnite. I'm trying to figure out how that's relevant to this, but sure. Imagine if you are the best player, you're probably making a lot of money playing it. So that's pretty cool. Oh, the Jago song just hit #1 in the charts. That's amazing. Has anyone not heard the Jago song by Clarkman? It's one of his newest singles that he's put out. I think he's up to 4 songs now. He's going to be going on a world tour here fairly soon, so I'm really excited about that. Yeah, Brickzar was, Easy's Boy says Brickzar was actually in our chat last night. Surprisingly, it was a pretty late night chat last night. And Brickzar was there, had some, he contributed to the chat, and it was pretty cool. We talked about a lot of stuff. You guys can go back and listen to it. It's the one titled What I Really Think About Jang Bricks. You guys can hear all of the things that I really think about them. And unlike some other people in this chat, if you want to save an hour of your life, go to the description of it before you watch it, and you can actually find out where that conversation starts taking place. I don't know it off the top of my head, but if you want to save the first hour, just go to the second hour, and you'll hear it in there. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be anything that really amazes you or anything. And if you've been with me on these streams for a while, you've probably already heard me on what I had to say about it. I'm looking for some tiles right now. Where are you, tiles? Should I open these things up? I don't know what's in here. Oh, there's a rubber band in here. Yeah, the one last night, the live radio show went way long. It hit just over 2 hours, and I got so nervous when YouTube was processing it. There you go, 1:13:34. I got so nervous when YouTube was processing it because when it uploaded originally, when it was actually in the processing stage, it said that it was only 2 hours, and they cut off the first 5 minutes of me talking, which I was like, come on, YouTube. But luckily, once it processed out, it got the other 5 minutes back. Makes me nervous, though, and that's why with OBS, I always record the stream. So like this stream right now, I'm recording, and when it's done, it actually saves to my desktop. So if YouTube really screws this up and this doesn't get archived for some reason, instead of losing this forever, I have a backup, and I can just upload it as a regular video on here. Haven't had to use that yet, but you never know. I've had some issues here with live streaming in the past, which I think all went with my phone probably. So Jinblade knows the Jago song, Batman Boogie, Topham Hat, Let's Get Nuts remix. Yep, I think they're all of his songs. He probably needs to write a new one. It's been, what, 2 days since his newest song? I don't want him to be a one-hit wonder or a four-hit wonder. All right, I'm going to show you the grill. I guess this is the grill. Don't know if you can see it or not, but could also be a chamber for somebody to go into, I suppose. And we're coming right along here. Better than any of today's rap songs. Roasted. I gotta share, there was a comment on, I don't know who left it, but there was a comment on one of the videos that I thought was absolutely hilarious. It probably should have been the featured comment today. I'll have to find it. Maybe I'll share it tomorrow if I remember. It talked about, it was like an in-depth analysis of Clarkman's song that I think it was the Batman Boogie song, and it was great. I need to share that for sure, because you guys will get a kick out of it. Somebody of a crab-like shape could definitely fit inside the cooking chamber. You guys kind of, you have the insider information here because I've never built this before, whereas there's at least a few people I know of in this chat that have built this before, and you guys already know what to expect, where I'm kind of building it, and everything that I see is brand new. So I can get some spoilers from you guys. Okay, so I built this thing. This might be the play feature you're referring to. Let us see. Let's make sure we have this the proper size. He needs to make a minifinger song. He needs to make a minifinger put back on the wall song, because you guys can see the wall behind me here. It's getting pretty barren. But that's quite alright. Is this thing supposed to close still? Or doesn't it close the whole way now? It's got like a thing in there that spins around. Uh-oh. What are you doing up? Uh-oh. What in the world is happening right now?
It's a school bus. It's a new school bus. What are you making, huh?
Jago City. Wow.
Here,
let's close this.
Look, it's a crab. See, it's the crab.
You were supposed to be in bed for like half an hour.
I'm awake.
Okay, well, I guess you can join me for a little bit.
Look,
There you guys go.
See, it's the crab.
Wow.
The crab stab your face.
This isn't good, guys. He's supposed to be CP timing.
Stop.
Thank you.
Look, pants. Look, a snake finger.
Thumbs up for Clarkman's PJs.
See?
How'd-
Look, rubber bands.
Here.
So,
How'd you
wait,
know?
rubber bands again.
I'll take those. How'd you know I was down here?
It was down here.
How'd you know that?
It's a finger in there.
All right. Well, I'm glad you did come down for that part.
I got it on my finger.
Oh, it actually does close up now.
You daddy. See you next one, Dad.
What are you going to build?
Where's his pants? I find them.
His jammies are lit. Yeah, these are his space jammies.
Look. That make a truck.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it is better to have Clark on these live streams. For pure buildings, from a building standpoint, it's not good. But for entertainment, it certainly is.
Crab.
Wow. Are we going to put them on the grill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, 2 crabs. Can stab.
We can't say stab on here. We're trying to get monetized. Only a couple thousand more hours to go, guys. And we're there.
Look, a crab's contact.
So cool. Did you guys know that the crabs went onto the table?
Wait a minute.
I don't think he was watching the stream in his room. I think he probably heard me down here and he wasn't quite asleep, so he migrated from his bedroom.
You called me out.
Did I call you out?
Yes.
All right.
Look, some 2 crabs on that. What are you making? Look.
This is actually really cool. This is really cool. Clark, you're going to love this, buddy.
Hair.
Did you make your mini finger? That's his hat.
It's the chef. It's the Chef Sketty.
Chef Sketty, guys.
The egg.
Chef Sketty is our new mini finger from today. Can I show him? Have you guys seen Chef Sketty from the Ninjago movie? Very popular character. I loved him in what movie? What movie was it? Ninjago movie 70? Is that the one where he was introduced?
Look, it's a Jago. Look, it's the blue finger on the clouds. See?
Clark's desperate to get the blue one.
I can know the blue one.
Well, we gotta wait until we find the bag that he's in.
Look.
One of these days.
It's a vortex.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
No. Hey, your pants are falling down, dude.
Again.
Yeah.
Down.
We need to fatten you up a little bit.
Red, green.
I'm gonna show you guys this thing here in a second.
Red. What's the colors on? It's a real journey, huh? We'll get the buddy. Is that a helicopter? Huh?
This isn't a helicopter. No, this is gonna be a grill. It's
really
really cool. Check this out, dude. Clark, man. Hey, check this out. Before you bail, watch. Let me see if I can open it up. See, that opens, and you can spin that. Isn't that cool? Do you like it?
Spin, spin. It's the machine.
Yep, it's a machine.
Down.
Clark, anytime Clark sees any kind of Technic or any kind of things like that, like with gears, he calls it a sheen, which is short for machine. I'll show this to you guys here in a second. We gotta let him enjoy it a little bit. I'll chat with you guys here for a second. Clark, do you want to do a train review channel? I don't know. Sorry. I guess he doesn't want to do a train review channel.
Is that bag? Treasure?
Here.
What I found?
What is it?
It's the
Let me show this to you guys. So this opens. I don't know. I think. Can I get this? What's the top? Let's see. It goes like this. Okay. So here's the grill. Opens up, and that's it's pretty cool. No. Jago City's about ready to get destroyed, guys. Should have brought it over here for its own protection. Luckily, level 1 seems to be holding up pretty well. We haven't had any problems with it. So there it is in the... So if you are in this chat, make sure you guys remember this is Chef Sketty because that's going to come up in the future. Let's spin this around too. We got to advertise. No. You stay out of Jago City. There's also been a crab takeover here in the kitchen. This doesn't seem sanitary at all. There's a lot of problems here. You found another crab?
Yes.
Oh, that was from the bottom of Ninjago City, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Let's go. How to go back his family. It's back his family.
Oh, did you guys see in Ninjago movie 412 where the crabs were separated and then they were reunited in the following movie? They were in the same family. It was really touching. One of my favorite Ninjago movies, I think. Except for when Master Wu lost his hat in the water and Mickey had to go get it. That was probably the highlight of the entire series.
If I never yellow crab. Look, 2 yellow crabs. Got 2 yellow crabs.
Wow.
I got 2 white crabs. I got 2 white crabs.
Did you guys know that Clark had 2 crabs?
I
know it's a surprise.
Crabs.
Surprising to many people.
Ninjago City 7. A boy. Wiggle freak. That's all the white
I gotta move.
crabs. And the Ninjago 7. Oh, please. Thank you. What's up? Brickstar's coming.
I don't know if Brickstar's coming.
Oh.
You know Lego Freak might be watching though?
Yeah.
You want to say hi to Lego Freak?
Hi, Lego Freak.
You know, do you know Maniac for Bricks?
Yeah, I'm going to talk for him.
Go ahead.
Hi, Lego Freak. Look, I found the window.
Wow.
I found a rectangle. It's the crabs.
Oh, the 2 Crabs song? Clark's rap name?
Quack crabs, quack crabs, quack crabs, quack crabs.
Crabs, a new song. Do you know Clark's rap name? You guys know 2 Chains? He's 2 Crabs.
I had to get a Ninjago.
Don't you dare. 2 Crabs.
Crabs, a Ninjago, Ninjago.
Clark's repping the 2 Crabs.
Oh, no.
Oh, did you guys hear the Jago remix?
Ninjago.
It's incredible. Check it out on iTunes, guys. Clark Man,
Okay.
come here.
Okay.
Guess what?
What?
Brickstar is here.
Brickstar.
You want to talk to Brickstar finally? Let's pull your pants up first.
Hi, Brickstar.
Brickstar's now deaf.
Hi, boy.
You just destroyed his hearing. He probably liked his hearing.
No.
Hold on, let me do a little something here.
Is that window? Our studio?
Oh, I should probably do this step before him. Clark Man was actually just talking about you, Brickstar. In between running around and singing songs. You really haven't missed much other than Clark came up with the 2 Crab song, rising up the charts on iTunes right now. I'm really worried about Ninjago City. I'm probably gonna have to do some repairs.
No.
You want? I don't think you need any tea right now. You should be in bed. In fact, if you're just tuning in, Clark Man was actually in bed. Sorry about his pants. I didn't expect him to be on camera tonight. Hey, no more mini fingers off the mini finger wall. There's not gonna be any left.
I said more rabbits in there.
Clark was in bed. I think he heard me down here, and he came down here, and now this is what's happening. Who do you got?
Buzz Gear.
Buzz Lightyear.
Happen. I Buzz the Gear.
Can you say to infinity and beyond?
The mystical. Oh.
That was good.
Oh gosh. Oh no. The baby ninja's high.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The baby ninja's on the floor.
Oh no. What happened to baby ninja?
Is he okay?
Yes. In the water, he's lost. In the waterfall. No, baby.
Clark just said, "Where's my sig fig?" Here it is.
Ninjago.
Clark relates to the purple ninja. That's his sig fig. I don't know the ninja's real name though. Oh, this is sweet. I think I just finished this. This is probably what Ginblade was talking about. Check this out. So you got this gear on the outside, and that spins the thing in there, which I guess that's what's happening. If you want to know what all these crabs are doing here, you'll have to ask Clark Man about that. There we go. That's cool. This is a really cool element. And this is like, I think this is the coolest building that I've built so far out of this. Cool. I do want to see something once. Okay, that is supposed to be that way. Now we just have to put a crab in there, apparently. I have lots of them here. Okay. Do you want to do it?
Yes.
You want to put the crab in there? Here you go. Put him in there. And, oh, and close it. Perfect. And you can turn that on the side. Is he in there? Where'd he go? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, okay. I guess I should have shown this with the crab in there. This is really neat. So you put the crab in there, and as you flip this around, the crab kind of flips around with it. Well, it's supposed to. I guess if I was holding it low. Okay. All right, let me keep building this. These people don't have all night to be here. We got to keep going. Plus, you got to go to bed. Again. For the second time.
He's awake.
The good news is, Clarkman might sleep in tomorrow, which would be really great, because that means that I get to sleep in longer tomorrow, which means I can do a longer late night radio show tonight. This is all in my grand scheme of things.
A crab's gone.
All right, where's that last piece I need? There it is. Nothing worse than when you're doing a live stream and you're desperately looking for a Lego piece all over the place, and it happens to be like right in front of you.
Find a crab.
Oh, here's a meat tenderizer for your guy.
Mini red crab.
You love those crabs, don't you?
Yeah. I can put the crab in there.
So we all know Clark's favorite part of Ninjago City at this point. Oh, thank you, Kenny. I appreciate that. I'm going to try to chat with you guys a little bit more here. I'm
Yeah.
trying to make this a little quick, though.
Yeah. I got a crab. I got him.
Wow.
There was another crab. In there.
Okay. I just finished step 47. You know what? This is cool. You can play with that, buddy. You can play with that, because I'm building this extra thing. I don't even know what this is. I'm sure some Ninjago guys can tell me. I don't know what I'm building, but I'm building this.
I got
Not
all
100%
the
sure what it is.
crabs. I got the crabs.
Okay.
Wow, it's the sheen. So it's sheen?
You love it?
Yeah, I like the sheen. It's the first little sheen. I got the crabs in there. I never water Bob and left.
I might need that, buddy. Let me see. Am I supposed to put 2 rubber bands on that? Let's see. Nope, just one.
Left. Yes. Woo! Woo! Woo!
10:14 p.m. Oh no. 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 I want to tell you guys something really cool about the ghost. If you guys don't have a ghost minifinger, when you turn off all the lights down here, it glows in the dark. It's really cool.
Look, a ghost coming in Ninjago City.
The ghost is going in Ninjago City. Did you guys see the Ninjago movie where the ghost haunted Ninjago City? He was a tortured soul. The live stream is sponsored by Pampers. Yeah. Shouldn't be wearing those anymore, but you never know. Should I get this set? I would recommend it. I'm, of course, not quite done with it yet. Yeah, I'm thinking about changing the title of this to just Jago City instead of Ninjago because, you know, that's what it is. It's Jago. We all love Jago here.
Ninjago Chapter today. Ha ha. Oh.
I hope you guys can hear this.
Ow.
Yeah, Clark is going to be up late because he's at least going to be up as long as I build this, I suppose. I can't just bail on you guys to put him to bed.
I'm not bailing. I awake.
I could tell.
Look, it's a knife.
Yeah, that is a knife. You weren't supposed to be here for that. Let's put that away.
It's sharp.
It is. We don't touch knives, okay?
I do again. I do machine again.
Go ahead.
Okay.
That's pretty cool, huh?
That and there.
I still don't know what I'm building yet.
Crab in there. Sheen.
Maybe a meat slicer. I don't know. It'll be a surprise.
Yes. Never crabs. Yes. Let's do a black crab. Let's put in the sheen.
Clark Man's putting the crabs in the sheen.
Dun. Yes. Never black crab. Ha, sheen. Let's do a never crab. Ha ha. Yeah.
I think it's about to be revealed what I'm building here.
Yes. Yes. It's a sheep. She's complete.
Did I build this right?
It feels complete.
Mission complete?
Yeah. It feels complete. Yeah. Woo. Woo. Woo.
This video is brought to you by Octan.
Brother, a ton as a friend. What's that, huh?
I don't know what this is.
What's that, Daddy?
I have no idea.
What's that, Daddy?
Not sure.
What's that?
I'm building the ATM. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Woo, woo, woo. Cha-cha-cha.
Quit looking at Clark's butt. You guys are sick. Oh no.
Is that a witch?
We got the witch.
I witch and I go. Woo.
Let's see if anybody knows this witch.
I witch.
Have you guys seen this witch before? He's a very, very weird witch.
A witch coming to Joggle 7.
Oh no.
Woo.
Does anyone want a part-time job putting minifingers back on the wall? I'm hiring. I need you about 20 hours a week. Your sole job is to constantly put them back on the wall. I'll pay you in
In the witch house. Nobody's house.
We'll negotiate it.
Wow. Oh,
You can be my intern. That's what it'll be. That way I don't have to pay you. You can just be my intern. Oh, we got a lot of people that want to do the job.
I'm back. Ah. I do again.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. So I'm building an ATM. I still can't tell it's that, but I thank you guys for letting me know what it is. I'm going to slide these over here so I have everything.
Yes, crab. Ha ha. Ha.
There's probably a lot of people that really, they're desperate for the late night radio show for how quiet it is at this point.
No. It's the crab's in there. Hi.
What? Where is he?
Right here.
Oh, what? He's in there. That's like magic.
It's so fat crab.
Did I forget to put a piece on here or something? Yeah, I totally forgot a piece on here. What a fail.
I mean, I never
If you're new to our live streams, I forget pieces all the time because I just get distracted. I'm not good at multitasking. Well, thank you guys for applying for the job. I appreciate it. Here's a little something that I'm working on here.
Yes.
Let's see if I missed any steps on it before I put it onto this thing.
It's fun. Three cool. Yes. Again, one.
You gotta love Clark's enthusiasm, though, right? Ah! Okay. Let's put this on here. That's kind of cool. Here's the ATM with, I guess ATM with the structure on the side there that pushes the money out. Should be pretty cool.
And push the money. I push the money out?
If you put the uncooked crab on the other side, you can spin the grill to make it look like cooked crabs. Genius!
What's the money?
Well, we don't have any money yet. I don't think it comes in this step.
Yeah, and my comes out.
All these people are helping me out with this, letting me know what to expect from this.
Look, bananas. Some bananas.
Yeah.
Our banana.
Don't put that in your mouth.
So good bananas. Yum.
You're making me nervous.
Yum.
Did I?
Done full banana.
I think I have something wrong here. Maybe I wasn't supposed to put that piece in there. It looks like I was though. Because these should line up properly. It looks like. Why is mine one stud higher than it should be?
Ow! Ow!
Something ain't right here. I think I put an extra piece in here when I wasn't supposed to.
Tiger.
No, maybe it is right.
It's gonna be tiger. Ask it.
This isn't good.
It's Daniel's tail.
They're supposed to line up like this door and the ATM are supposed to be the same height. And I must have done something in this where they're certainly not.
My play fit?
Go ahead, buddy.
Okay, I play a fishing game.
Go ahead.
Okay.
What did I do wrong here? I've done something wrong.
Please get back, please. Please get my sheet back.
Hold on, no. I gotta figure this out.
Figure this out? Okay.
It should have a little step down on that side. I don't know what I did. But I did something wrong here. Because these things are supposed to line up properly and they don't. And it's below the white section there. I almost wonder if I wasn't supposed to put the extra piece in there. It's kind of showing that way though, here. Let me go back. I apologize that I'm going to be setting this build back a little bit here. Yeah, that piece is supposed to be in there, and then you go the white. Those two. I don't know why that is. What if I missed something very early on? Oh, wow. I missed something very early on here that messed the rest of this up. How close are we to the end here? I missed an entire strip of gray, probably because I was chatting and messing around. I missed an entire gray strip, which... all of these pieces right here. Wow. All of these pieces are supposed to be on this build right now, which I'm not going to do now. That's going to take too much time to go back and fix that. So I'm just going to, I think, wrap this up at this point. There's only a couple steps left, and it's just some accessories. So I'm going to fix this up in the before the next video, and I'll show you what this looks like when it's all completed. Because it's not good when you miss an entire step that early on, and I certainly did through this chat. And maybe even more than that. Yeah, maybe even more than that, because I shouldn't have nearly the pieces that I left. Oh no, these are okay. But yeah, kind of a cluster, kind of screwed up. But I'll have this fixed up. In the beginning of Ninjago, we got 3 D2s now. In the beginning of Lego Ninjago, building Ninjago 8, I will show you guys exactly what this looks like when it's all finished up. Plus somebody needs to go to bed. So thank you guys for watching this. If you want to stick around, once he's in bed and everything's cool, I'll probably do a late night radio show tonight. And I'm testing out something new like I mentioned earlier. So I'm hoping that works out. You're going to be going to bed. So we will see you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. And actually, I'll probably see you here in just a little bit.